Hello and welcome to the first tutorial on how to use SketchUp. So this is lesson 1. When you're listening to this video and watching this video, you can pause it at any time by clicking the pause button and have a go at experimenting using SketchUp. Then you can return to the video when you're ready to carry on the next step and press play. So the very first thing we're going to do is load up SketchUp. So the SketchUp icon is here. We'll double click on it and this loads up the welcome page. First thing you need to do is click on choose a template, and this gives us different options on the different types of measurements we want to use. We're just going to use a simple template in meters, so we'll click on that and then click start using SketchUp. Brilliant, and now it's loaded up our program. In this first lesson I'm going to show you some of the basic tools you need to use this program. And first of all we'll click on the hand up here, which is pan. Our panning lets you move left and right, up and down. To use pan, you just left click anywhere in your workspace and move your mouse around, and you can see I'm moving it around like that. Next button, we'll click on this one, which is orbit. And orbit lets you spin around the character like this. Again, I'm left clicking and holding and dragging. Moving it around like this. Okay, so that's the orbit. The pan goes left and right, and the orbit lets you spin around. Now we'll have a look at the magnifying glass. So zoom. Again, you're going to left click and hold, and if you drag your mouse down it moves away, and can you guess what? If you drag your mouse forward it zooms in. So out and in. And we've got one more here, a zoom extents, and that zooms it right in into what you're watching. Okay, so I'm going to move the camera around so I can see this lady a bit further away. So I'm going to click on the zoom. I'm going to move out by clicking and dragging down, and then I'm going to rotate it a little bit around like this. Okay, now's a good chance for you to pause this video and have a go at moving around the character. Okay, so now you've had a go at using these tools here. There are shortcuts. We like shortcuts in our lessons. So the shortcuts are, if you have your mouse, if you look at your mouse, you have the left button, the right button, and you've also got a middle button. It's the mouse wheel what moves, scrolls up and down. If you have a go at scrolling it up and down, you see that does the zoom in function, and it will zoom in to wherever your cursor is pointed. So if I move my cursor to the lady's head and zoom out, it will zoom out. If I zoom in, it will zoom right into where my cursor is, which is really helpful. Also, if you push the middle button down, that's actually called the third mouse button. If you push that down and then move around, do you know what function that is doing? It's doing the orbit function. So now we can orbit, we can move the mouse up and down, and if you hold down shift and hold down the third mouse button, it lets you pan. So you can have a go at experimenting whichever way you like to move these around. Okay. That is the end of the very first tutorial on how to use SketchUp. Have a go at experimenting moving the cursor around. When you're comfortable with moving your character around, you can then go on to lesson 2.